right decision. This was the right freaking decision because if this guy had gone to Bayern, I'd be like, what are we doing here? Like, what the freaking hell are we doing here? So he stays. Sekeda, as PK wrongfully said about Neymar. But what does the future hold for Xabi Alonso when he does eventually leave Leverkusen? So look, man, let's look at the press release, shall we? Let's do some research. It's good to read. It's good to read. So breaking, Xabi Alonso. I had a good meeting with Bayer Leverkusen and I informed them that I will stay and continue at the club. After a lot of talks about my future, I used the break to reflect and make my decision. This is the place to be for me. That's the key thing. I think something is very key here. So it wasn't a case where, I was always going to stay, let's just see what happens. But he maybe considered that, should I leave? Should I jet? I'm doing really well. I'm well desired. Liverpool, Klopp, he's leaving. We'll get there. Whatever happens, I'm a really hot name right now. Strike while the iron is hot. Let me see what's up. Let me jet. Makes sense. It makes sense. You wouldn't behoove him for saying, you know what, let me say what's up. Let me get out of Dodge. Let me get out of Dodge. But he was like, no, this is the place for me. I want to cook, which I think is great. And continuing, my job at Bayern is not over. I want to help the club, help the players develop. The board is great. It's all fantastic here. I'm still a young coach, but I think this is the best decision for my future. I took my time, and I'm sure about that. All makes sense. He's young. This is his first 100% full season. And you can really help to develop players here. Because on one hand, you can be like, yo, have folks strike while the iron is hiding. True. But what if you make the move, lack of experience, you can say, what's up? Coaching Bayer Leverkusen and coaching a Bayern Munich, a Liverpool, or a Real Madrid are very different things. Ask your boy David Moyes. He'll tell you. So you don't want to move too quickly to a big club, go there, lack of experience, lack of know-how, too few years in the game, and then you mess up and now I have to induct you into Siberia, into freaking Class A, so the bum-ass coach. No one wants it. No one wants to be inducted next to those freaking polar bears. So this makes sense to it. Look, man, this is a young team. It's a young team. Frimpong needs your help to develop. Verse needs your help to develop. Tar needs your help to develop. Help them. Coach them. And try and maybe build something here. Because again, because you see, let's just take a look here. Oopsie. Hey, that's a boy. Let's take a look here. There you go. Let's take a look here. 10 points. Shout out to Miss Smallwood. 8 games left. Remember, you play 34 games in the Bundesliga. 34 games. So it gets real. So when you look at this right now, 10 points clear, 8 games to go, you can clinch something. And remember, this is just the Bundesliga. Now, I still believe Bayern are going to do it. Until someone else wins, I'm not betting against a team who've won 11 in a row. So call me stupid, call me weird, call me crazy. Until I see another team pick up that shield, especially what happened last season, Bayern Munich are still my pick to win this damn thing. But look at that. 22 dubs, 4 draws, 0 Ls. That's stupid. And a GD of 48. So they have the highest GD in there, and they have 0 Ls. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Like, this could generally be one of the great Bundesliga seasons that has ever been seen. It is absolutely insane. So that's what you've got there, bro. So your boy can cook. And he's cooking. And I feel that this is just the best decision because, of course, it would have been tempting to move and take the Liverpool job. Tempting to take the Real Madrid job. Well, obviously, it's mostly the Liverpool job because Carlo Ancelotti has a contract till 2026. But the temptation is like, bro, Liverpool, boom, let's go. This is smart. This is so freaking smart. Yes, it's been a great season, but you still need to learn. You are still a young coach. And management is something that relies heavily on experience. You know, like there are some roles where, okay, experience is important, but really, you can say, what's up? For management and coaching, working with players, you need experience. You need experience. So before he eventually takes that job to a bigger club, which he will, he's not going to be at Leverkusen forever. So before you take that job, you want to say, you know what, I'm ready. I'm as ready as a meal. I'm as ready as 16 meals. Because I've tried, failed, tested, and I have been able to grab and extrapolate different skill sets that I can now utilize on a bigger platform. So it is smart to gain your experience at a low-pressure club. Again, I'm not dissing Leverkusen, but let's keep it real. There is much less pressure coaching Bayer Leverkusen than there will be coaching a Liverpool, a Bayern Munich, or a freaking Real Madrid. So before you get to that high-pressure job, cook here. Cook here. Like for me, stay here. So the scenario we now have is the contract, I believe, is still 2026, but he has a release clause of 2025. So there's a release clause that he has in 2025. But cook. Let your boy cook. So for me, I think it's a great decision. So with this decision being made, we're going to look at what it's now, what the picture now looks like for said clubs. Because Alonso, Klopp is definitely leaving. He's gone. So Liverpool have to look for the next coach. So there was a lot of belief that Xabi Alonso, he was there on one of Liverpool's most famous nights, UCL final, Istanbul. That was when I believe that divine intervention in the football gods actually existed, because I don't know how you win a UCL with a dude called Steve Finnan. He was there, said what's up. So he's a Liverpool legend. Okay, makes sense. 1 + 1 = 2. He'll take over. But with him now staying for Bayer Leverkusen, for Liverpool now, like, what the hell do we do? Like, what the hell do we freaking do now? Because I think Liverpool had a lot of their eyes set on Xabi Alonso. And I think if Xabi Alonso had not committed to Leverkusen, there was probably going to be one destination, because Carlo Ancelotti is definitely going to be there till 2026, I believe. So the only other destination was, well, Bayern is another destination. But I felt that, now, you know what? It's a good point. Bayern, Liverpool, what does Xabi Alonso choose? I would like to believe that if he had to make that choice, I think in Liverpool would have been a much more interesting project. Bayern Munich, that's just an easy, very simple, predictable choice. But I think the more interesting choice is, what Klopp has done, his legacy, and come to Liverpool, and specifically, let me now do battle with Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola, you've got a new kid on the block. Let me now see what I can say, what's up to you. So that would have been a very interesting choice. But no, it's not happening. So for Liverpool right now, it's like, where do we go? Xabi Alonso is not popping off. Where do we go? So I believe there are two names. Now, there are a few names, but I think these are the two most likely names that Liverpool could turn into and perhaps maybe think about. First of those is De Zerbi. You know, doing amazing jobs at Brighton. Took the team to the next level beyond what Potter has already done. And coming into Liverpool with what he's already done with Brighton, I think it could be a very interesting fit. De Zerbi is dangerous, though, because I believe he came from Sassuolo, if I remember. The danger with De Zerbi is this. The danger with De Zerbi is he may look good at Brighton. I'm sure he will look good at Liverpool because, again, which is the point made by Alonso, coaching Brighton and coaching Liverpool are two very different roles. And I do feel that you need to have experience with coaching a big club. Is De Zerbi a great coach? Of course he is. He's a great manager. He's an amazing manager. And look at how he has developed so many players. And look at the quality of football that Brighton are playing under him. So you could just imagine what he could do with Trent. Imagine what he could do with Darwizi. Imagine what he could do with Kwanzaa, and imagine what he could do with all of the developing players. Bradley. Look at all those guys who played in the Karabuki Cup final. But again, 1+1 does not always equal 2 when it comes to football management. All because he's doing great at Brighton doesn't mean that he's not going to do amazing and do the same job or even a better job with better players at Liverpool. Because Liverpool is a bigger club. Bigger club, more pressure, different aesthetic, different environment. It's a whole different flow. It's a different flex. So that could be a tricky one. But there's another name. Who is going to be available after the Euros. We know pretty much for a fact, after these Euros, he will be available. He's young, modern manager, he has fresh ideas, and he has experience coaching a big club. And look at how that club has fared since he left, that club being Bayern Munich. And again, go beyond the whole office of they're both German. No, that doesn't matter. No, forget that. I just think because he's young, because he's well-regarded, well-respected, he did a very good job at Bayern, despite what anyone thinks. And you just look at how Bayern have nosedived in his absence with Tuchel Bayern. A Nagelsmann would be a very interesting choice because he can come in, bring in his tactics, bring in his ideas, work very well with the young players, and he has experience of coaching a big team, the pressure of coaching Bayern, and the demands of coaching a Bayern Munich. So he understands what it means by the demands and the pressures of coaching a big-time club like Liverpool. So a Nagelsmann could be a very interesting choice for Liverpool, man. But again, the US will do the plus and the minus. It's a different country. And coaching a Bayern Munich in Bundesliga ain't necessarily the same as coaching a Liverpool in the Premier League. But even more so, we're saying this now, what if Germany gets grouped? And what if Germany totally underperform? Now, as of this writing, Germany won both of their friendlies in the international break, and they're looking really good. So it's as if Nagelsmann has really found the right balance for the German team. But again, what if they are horrible at the Euros? So if they are horrible at the Euros, okay, it's international football, but still, a guy who gets grouped at the Euros becomes a mess, national disgrace. Are you sure you still want to now hire that dude? So I think if you're Liverpool, you definitely want to just wait until the Euros and see. Let's just see how the Euros go, and then we'll make a choice. But Nagelsmann is in there, though. Now, what about? So remember, Carlos signed an extension. He's going to be here till, I believe, 2026. Alonso's contract is till 2026, but he has a release clause in the summer of 2025. So remember, they could still sack Carlo and tell him to go F off and piss off, which would be harsh, respect your elders and stuff. Real Madrid is definitely on the horizon. And I think if you're Xabi Alonso, you are keeping a close eye on that because remember, Xabi Alonso is Spanish. And Xabi Alonso did play for Real Madrid. And if you're Spanish and you're not Catalan and you're not Basque, you have a certain reverence for Real Madrid. Specifically if you've played for the club as well. So you look at Bayern, yeah. You look at Liverpool, yeah. But Xabi Alonso, being Spanish, not only the biggest club in Spain, but the biggest club in the world, a Xabi Alonso to Real Madrid looks very likely. It looks very, very likely. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was to happen. But then again, we don't know what the future holds. Like, what happens with Real Madrid? Do they go from strength to strength? Come the summer of 2025, does Xabi Alonso just say, okay, Real is cool, but I really like this Liverpool thing, and Liverpool may have been making inroads. And who knows? Maybe the worst case scenario, the most effed up scenario, is he says, F it. I'm just going to just do what is meant to happen in German football, which is that I just go to freaking Bayern Munich. It's just what happens. Like, Bayern, they take your wives, kids, cleaners, gardeners, and everything from their competition, which is all legal, but it's wild. But yeah, man. But going back to it, Xabi Alonso, great move. Win that Bundesliga. My money's still on Bayern. Maybe even win a Europa League. And then you could really be heralded as one of the top managers in the world based on Dod and potentially even Doi. And then it's about building and cooking before the damn future, man.